All right, my name is Pascal Ulo. I am a civil engineer. I live in Pretoria with my wife, Betty. We've been in this business just over 29 years. And the reason we joined the business is very, very simple. We joined the business to make an extra $200 a month because when I was young, my father used to say, son, go to school, get a good education, then look for a job in the government because a job in the government is guaranteed. But that advice does not work anymore. There are very many graduates who do not have jobs. There are very many people who are very learned but are struggling to make ends meet. So we joined this business for a simple reason of making an extra $200. So this meeting, we want to explore what Neolife is. What is Neolife as a company? What is this business model that we use to grow and gain financial freedom? So let's explore Neolife. First, Betty and I have been doing this for 29 years. And the reason we joined is very simple: extra money. When we started, we thought even if 10% of what we're telling us in the meeting is true, it is worth the effort. I remember our first check in the business was only $3 US dollars. But after 7 months of hard work, working part-time, our income reached $1,000. That's when I really took a serious look at the business. I realized that this business could really change our lives. We've been very blessed. I worked the business for 3 years part-time. And when the income from the business was 3 times my salary, I left my employment. I fired my boss on the 29th of September, 1999. So since then, I've been doing the business full-time. So if you're a guest, take notes, pay attention, then get back to the person who invited you. They'll give you more information. Now let's look at Neolife. A company overview. What is Neolife? Neolife is a nutrition company started in the US in 1958. So we've been in business for more than just over 67 years. What is our mission? Our mission is very simple. We want to make the world a healthier and a happier place. That is really what we want to do. Healthier because a lot of the illnesses that people have are related to our lifestyle and what we eat. We want to make people happier because it's a business vehicle that helps you gain financial freedom, and you actually make tremendous friends in the business. We have been pioneers in cellular nutrition. What is cellular nutrition? Cellular nutrition is our human body. What you eat is your diet. What your cells get is what is nutrition. So we've been pioneers in cellular nutrition since 1958 because the company or our scientists realized that if the cells do not get the correct nutrients, your whole body is unwell. And then we have had more than 100 milestones of achievements in product development, in research and technology for manufacturing, being the first company to have the scientific advisory board, a board of scientists whose job is make sure you have the finest products in the marketplace. And then we've got exciting stories all over the world in terms of product, in terms of business opportunity. If you have been in the business for a long time or if you're new, you will hear really fantastic stories of what the business has done for people who took the business seriously. We've got people who've been in the business for 5 years, some 10 years, some 20, some 30, some 40 years, some have been doing the business over 50 years. But what has guided our business all these years? What are the principles that has kept our business going for all this while? We believe in 5 basic corporate principles. The first is called absolute honesty and integrity. We believe we need to tell our customers and the public the truth about our products and our business. Integrity simply means doing the right thing even when nobody is watching. The second principle is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. If we don't have people, we don't have anything. So we put people at first in terms of product development and in terms of also the compensation plan to reward distributors who are building a business for themselves. The third one is products that work. Neolife formed a scientific advisory board whose job is just to make sure we've got the best products. But the scientific advisory board based their principles on two things. One, based in nature, and two, backed by science. Simply means that the products that the company makes come from the human food chain, especially the health supplements. And two, scientific research to make sure those products are actually beneficial to the body. So the group of scientists make sure you've got the best products in the marketplace. The fourth one is equal opportunity for everybody. This business, whether you're a man or a woman, old or young, 18 or 81, a plumber, a doctor, a salesperson, a builder, an architect, and anybody who is serious about the business is going to become successful because everybody starts at the same level. And then we have a long-range vision. That simply means when you start this business, you need to be patient. Give it a 2 to 5 year horizon. We say that between a period of 2 to 5 years, if you follow the guidance of your sponsor or the person who has invited you to join the business, follow their guidance, and in 2 to 5 years, you'll be financially independent. This is the range of products we have in our business. Why these products? One, they are called consumable products. It means if they're used, people use them and buy some more. So there's a constant monthly need or daily need for these products. And two, they address the needs of everybody who lives in every town, in every country. The first one is the skincare range of products, the ones on the left. Why? Because the largest organ we have in our body is our skin. If you want to tell the health status of a person, look at their skin. It will give you an indication of their health status. So we've got the skincare range of products. The middle one is called the health supplement. This is the highest selling range of our business. It constitutes about 60% of our total sales. Very simple reason. Your greatest wealth is your health. If your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. And then the third range is the cleaning range of products to keep ourselves, our homes clean and tidy and safe for our family. So you've got the products to make you look better. We've got the product to make you feel better, and we've got the product to make you live better in a clean environment. These are the scientists who help develop our products. Scientific Advisory Board was founded by Dr. Arthur Fast, the late, one of the top and renowned scientists of the last century. If you're a guest, go and Google Dr. Arthur Fast. You'll have an idea of what caliber of scientist Dr. Arthur Fast was. We've got specialists in nutrition, biochemistry, food and nutritional research, manufacturing, sports nutrition. We've got a whole range of scientists who make sure we've got the best products in the marketplace. I spoke earlier about cellular nutrition. You see, when your cells do not get nutrients into the cell and out of the cell, we have a sick cell. That means the cell membrane doesn't absorb nutrients efficiently and does not remove waste efficiently. You have an unhealthy cell. So if your cells are unhealthy, your whole body is unhealthy. On the other hand, you have a healthy cell. The cell membrane is soft and permeable, takes in nutrients, creates energy, and takes out waste. Then you have a healthy cell, and your whole body is healthy. So what is the solution to these challenges we have in health, especially cellular nutrition? We got a product called ProVitality. ProVitality is a combo product that has 4 different products in it. The green capsule is called 3NN. It's made from rice, wheat, and soya. It helps your cells to absorb nutrients efficiently. The brown one, or the dark brown one, is called a carotenoid complex. It's an immune booster. It's made from the red-colored fruits and vegetables, apples, tomatoes, berries, carrots. It increases your immune system. Then the yellow one is called omega-3 plus. It's made from fish oil. It helps our cells, it helps the body to reduce inflammation, helps with the brain function, helps with our heart, our blood supply. And then we have the green tablets, which is multi. It is a multi-mineral complex. These 4 products give you a pro-vitality, the basis on the foundation of good nutrition. The second one, range of products, is the cleaning range of products or health supplements. I'm sorry, the cleaning range of products. The home care products, the Super 10, the yellow one, helps help with cleaning heavy duty things in the home. The Super 10, you mix it 1 to 10 with water. It means 1 liter of Super 10 will give you 11 liters of the usable product. The middle one is Care Solution, is a disinfectant, very concentrated. You mix it 1 to 50. In fact, 1 liter will last probably 6 to 8 months in the home because you use it very sparingly because of its high concentration. Then you have the LDC, the light duty concentrate, the red one. This one you mix 1 to 5. So 1 liter will give you 6 liters of usable product. In our home, we use LDC for washing dishes, cleaning the bathroom. I use it for taking a shower. I use it for shaving. I use it to wash my car. We use it in the... This one product replaces 4 or 5 different cleaning products in the home. And then we have one of our star products, Supergrow. Supergrow is an adjuvant or emulsifier. It helps farmers increase their yield. What it does is it helps to break down the water so that water flows more effectively. It's very economical. You mix it 1 to 1,000 with water. It means 1 liter of Supergrow will give you over 1,000 liters of the usable product. It's safe and easy to handle. You can use it both indoors and outdoors, and it's got proven performance. If you know anybody who is a farmer, speak to them about Supergrow. And then we have the skincare range of products. The biggest organ in our body is our skin, so it makes sense to take good care of it. We've got products to detoxify and cleanse the skin, to rejuvenate, make sure you've got moisture balance. We've got products to protect your skin from the environment. These are the ranges of products we have in our business. We've talked about the company, we've talked about the products. Let's look at the business idea. What is the business concept that we use to grow and become financially independent? Before you start the business, the first thing you need to have is a dream. You need to have a desire to have more than you currently have. Maybe your dream is to buy a new car. Maybe your dream is to travel. Maybe your dream is to buy a home, to have financial freedom. I don't know what your dream is, but for you to succeed in Neolife, you need to develop and have a dream because it creates for you a desire to work and become successful. Let's look at how the business works. The business works when you do 3 things every day. They're called 3 daily success habits. The first, use the products. It simply means, I know everybody who is attending this meeting used soap today. So what we are saying is this: change where you buy your products for your daily use, and you're supporting your own business. 2 reasons why you need to use the products. 1, you're supporting your business, and number 2, people you recommend the products to want to know that you also believe and use what you recommend. The second thing you need to do every day is to share the products and the business opportunity. That means you introduce other people to be users of the product and promoting the products. The third thing we do every day is personal development. Simply means you take time to learn to become a better person. Learn about the products, learn about the business, learn about how to be a leader so that you can grow a group of distributors or users of the products. Let's see what happens in practice. This is you. You've registered with Neolife as a distributor. And when you register as a distributor, the first thing you do is use the products. You may use Tree and N, or you may buy the ProVitality, those 4 products I spoke about earlier. The second thing you need to do is get other people who are not interested to be distributors or promoters to use the products. In this example, you've got 6 customers who buy a bottle of Tree and N from you, 60 capsules each. If you do this, you do 102 PV. PV simply means point value. The reason we use the point value is to standardize business measurement in all the 50 countries in the world. Because each country has got a different currency, and there's a constant fluctuation of the exchange rate between one country and another. So the PV system standardizes business, it makes it easy to measure business volume. So if you get 6 customers, your income will be about $30 a month. Step number 2, you begin to duplicate yourself. You share the business. It means you introduce other people to be product users. In this example, you introduce your friend, your relative, your neighbor, and each of them have got their own customers. Eventually, you build a business doing 250 PV with your team. If you total up your total volume for the month and it reaches 1,000 PV, your income is about $300 a month. 300 US dollars a month. The next thing you do is you begin to duplicate yourself. It means you need to help your friend, your relative, and neighbor also to become senior managers reaching 1,000 PV each. If you've got 3 people doing 1,000 PV plus yourself, if your total volume is 4,000, you have reached a director volume and your income is between $500 and $750 a month. How fast can you do this? It just depends on how determined and hungry you are for success. The next thing is you now help and guide your team, the people you brought in to reach director level. If you've got 3 directors in your team plus yourself as a director, you become a one team member and your income is between 1,500 and 3,000 US dollars a month. You need to keep duplicating the process. If you've got 6 people who become directors and your total volume is 100,000 PV, you become a president's team member and your income is over $6,000 a month. I think $6,000 in our continent is quite a substantial income that you can actually gain financial freedom if you have $6,000 a month. So at this juncture, I want to call one of our guest speaker. He's a very young man. He's been in the business for quite a while. And let me ask him to unmute himself. Mr. Juma, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Pascal.
Oh, fantastic. Good to hear your voice. How are you since Cape Town?
I'm very well, thanks.
You must be excited after you've had a long convention in Dar es Salaam yesterday.
Yes, actually, it was quite an exciting convention, and it was followed by the consistency dinner. And this year, the theme is disco.
Oh,
70s.
fantastic. So, let me make you a host so that you can switch on your video. Yes, one moment. Okay.
Yeah, I was saying we had great fun because in the evening we had consistency dinner, and the theme this year, maybe it's the same in South Africa. The theme here is 70s, and we dressed in this 70s fashion, and it was great fun. So we had great fun. Yeah. Let me go on straight to my story. My name is Juma. I'm speaking to you from Dar es Salaam here in Tanzania. I was born and I grew up right here in Tanzania. When I was young, we were taught English at school from standard 3 onwards, and I don't know, it's because of the colonial era, and we had to master the language because when you went to school, you were told, speak English, speak English, speak English. So we all mastered the language. So before I was able to go out of the country the first time, um, I was proud that I'd never been out of the country, and yet I can speak this language. But after I went out of the country for the first time, I went out of the country for the first time actually in 1978. So after that, um, it was thought that I can speak English because I've been outside the country. But going back to my history in Neolife, I worked as a IT manager for uh, an international oil company here in Tanzania. They're called BP. They've gone away now. They've been taken over by another company that's called Puma Energy. And I started way back. Um, and then when I was working as computer manager, sometime I think it may be probably because of the design of the work or what, my neck started causing challenges. It was stiffening all the time, and I had to turn it this way and that way, and it was making crackling sounds. And eventually, it started giving me numbness and pins and needles to my arm and to my leg. And I wondered what it was. I spoke to a friend of mine. My friend was a dentist, and he said I should see a neurologist. So I went to see the neurologist that he'd proposed for me, and the neurologist put me through his machines, took some pictures, and when he was done, he said, "Mr. Juma, your body is old." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, your body is worn out. Can you see these bones?" So he was showing me the bones, the picture of my vertebrae, that they were worn out at the bottom. And as a result, he said they couldn't like stand properly. They were wobbling and therefore pinching the nerves that pass through the back. And I said, why did that happen? He said, "Well, I really don't know. Normally, this happens to old people, when you're old. But I look at you, and you don't look that old to me. So I don't know in your case what happened." And I said, "Okay, how do we correct this?" He said, "Well, to correct this, you'll have to wear a collar. Those things that you put around your neck, and just to make sure that." And I asked him, "How long am I going to wear this collar for?" He said, "Well, you will have to wear this collar for the rest of your life." I said, "Okay, um, let me go and meditate on this, and then I'll come back and you'll organize a collar for me." So I went back and I went to speak to my friend who referred me to the neurologist. And my dentist friend said, "Well, I don't think a collar is the solution to this problem that you have. I think your problem is that you have malnutrition." So to this, I laughed out loud. What do you mean malnutrition? I mean, you come to my place almost every week, and you see that we eat well. In fact, we don't only eat well; we actually choose the food we eat. So how can I have malnutrition? He said, "Well, malnutrition is actually just the lack of certain nutrients in the body. Now, these nutrients may be in the food that you eat, but the body is unable to synthesize them and move them to the right places in the body. Or the food may look good, but then it doesn't have the nutrients that you actually need." I said, "Okay, so what do we do?" And my friend said, "You need nutritional supplements." Now, I like good health, so I had already looked at nutritional supplements at that point in time. And I told him that, yeah, I've looked at that. I know about nutritional supplements, and I know that I need them, and I've actually tried some. My challenge is when you go into the shop or you go into the high street looking for these, there's just too many of them, so you don't know which ones are good for you and which ones are poison to you. And my friend said, well, yeah, I know, but there is this company that's come into the country recently, Neolife. They they extract their nutrients, their food supplements. They actually extract from food, and they make their supplements that way. And therefore, when you take their supplements, it's like taking the actual food. So you would not have any problems, even if you took them for a lifetime, for a long time. In fact, all the people that take them actually take them for a lifetime. And the company had just come into Tanzania at that point in time. And he pointed me to a lady near me who was selling these products. And a friend of ours was already taking these products from her. So this friend was taking these products from her, using them himself, and then passing others to me. And I started using them. And surprise, surprise, the problem started going away. The stiffness started going away, the numbness and the pins and needles, they started going away. I said, oh, this thing is working. Now, BP sent me to work in Cape Town for a while. At this point, I hadn't heard about the business. So I'm in Cape Town, and my wife phones me because we had gotten used to these Neolife products, and we were using them and recommending them to friends and family without the business side of it. And she said, can you send us some Neolife products? We hear that this is a South African company, so you will be able to get them at a cheaper price over there, because these distributors over here are really selling them at an exorbitant price. So I called Neolife and I said I wanted to buy such and such. They said, are you a distributor? I said, no, I'm not. I'm just a man with some money, and I want to buy some products. They say, well, we don't sell to people with money. We sell to our distributors. But don't worry, we'll refer you to a distributor, and they will be able to help you. So they referred me to the person who eventually became my upline. He said, fine, come over when you're done with work, and I'll have your product ready. So I went to his home. He had my product ready, and I gave him his money. He gave me my product, but he also gave me a cup of tea, and we sat down and we talked. As we were talking, he asked, Mr. Juma, how did you come to know about these Neolife products? And I said, what do you mean? Are they a secret? He said, no, the products are not a secret, but you went looking for them at Neolife, and Neolife could not sell them to you. They referred you to me. So I'm wondering, there must be a disconnect somewhere. So I explained it to him, how it came about that we started using the products in Dar es Salaam. And he said, that woman who was selling these products to your friend, and your friend sharing them with you, there is something he did not tell you, or she did not tell you. And there is, he said, there is a business aspect behind these products. And he went on to draw circles and explain the business, just like Pascal has done here for us. And I listened intently, and to be frank, I did not understand. I did not understand what he was saying. So he offered me to join the business so that I can buy these products cheaper. Because when you become a distributor, you can buy them cheaper. I didn't understand, so I left. After a couple of weeks, I wanted some more products. And I went back to him. And he said, Mr. Juma, these products are going to be $6,000 rand, and if you become a distributor, there will be 4,500. So doesn't it make sense for you to just become a distributor, even if you don't understand the business concept? Well, yeah, I did not understand the business concept, but I'm clever enough to understand saving. So I joined in order to save money. Now, he did not let me go. He kept inviting me to meetings, and then he invited me to a meeting outside town, and it was like a 3-day meeting. We started on Friday and finished on Sunday, and I think on the Saturday afternoon, my name was called up front in the meeting, and I was called up front, and I went up there. I was asked to say a few words. I was told that I'd become a senior manager, and I was given a check. I went back to my seat and asked my friend who had gotten me started, what is this? He said, well, that's your check. This is a business. I told you it's a business. You buy the products, you use them, and yet this company pays you at the end of the month. I said, okay. I still don't understand, but yeah, I can understand the being paid and getting a discount and all that. So I'll look more into this. So I started now working with more consciousness on the business. So I got a couple of people started in Cape Town, and after some months, I came back to Tanzania and I carried on talking to people around the office and in Dar es Salaam in general, whoever I met. Because when I came to BP here in Dar es Salaam after Cape Town, I found a young lady had started in the office while I was away. And she kept going away, like out of the office 2-3 times a week. And I asked her, why are you're new here in the office and you keep going out? What's the problem? She said, well, my mother has had a stroke, and I'm attending 2 clinics for her. I asked her, have you tried nutritional supplements? And she said, what are nutritional supplements? I said, well, nutritional supplements are this and that. I explained it to her because by then I was quite confident myself. She said, why would those nutritional supplements work? And if they do work, why didn't the doctors tell me? So, well, the doctors don't get taught about these things in medical school, but we have a lot of people who have been helped by these. And she said, who do you know who has been helped? And I gave her a name. And she went behind my back and found this person and talked to them and verified my story. And when she verified it, she found it was true. She came back to me, got some supplements, and lo and behold, my mother actually recovered. She was totally flat and being carried and helped around for everything. But she got up and started doing her thing by herself, and the whole family was very happy. Now, from here, with all of that and other testimonies, I started building my business with even more bigger and more consciousness. Now, I was IT manager at BP, like I said. It got to a point they told me, Juma, you're too old now. I mean, as you can see, I'm still a young man today. This is many years later. And they told me I was too old at that time. And they said, you'll have to give this job to a younger person. I said, well, okay. So I gave the job to a younger person. But before I left, I wrote a circular to the staff in BP, and I said, I'm the IT manager here. Maybe you might expect me when I leave, I'm going to start a computer shop or a computer school or computer support company or something. I said, but I'm not going to do that. I started my Neolife business, and I'm going to carry on running that. and that's the only thing I'm going to do. And well, that's what I did, and that's what I'm still doing to this day. And I'm pretty happy now. The benefits I've had from doing this business um, are one, my health. I've been healthy all my life, but now there's just no health challenges. I'm just healthy basically. Um, I don't have any doctors that I know, who are my friends because they're doctors. No, I know people just like people. I do not know the names of medicines. You see, people when they suffer from a headache, they go for some kind of pain reliever, maybe uh, a Panado, or that's the only one I know actually, a Panado or something. Um, but me, if I had a headache, which I shouldn't have, then I'll go for my omega-3. So I've been taking these supplements from that time. Even after my problem went away, I carried on because if I originally started taking the supplements because I had this challenge, I cannot stop because the challenge will probably come back. So I don't want it to come back. So I just keep on using these supplements and they keep me healthy. The only problem I've had with these nutritional supplements from Neolife is that they keep me young and too young, and people get confused about my age. The other day I was giving a presentation and I was telling my story, and I was telling the story of my name, why it's sometimes Juma Rashid and other times Rashid Juma. And I said I had reported to the CBE, College of Business Education here in Dar es Salaam in 1971. And when I'd finished, this one guy raised his hand in the meeting and said, but how can you have gone to CBE in 1971 when you look like you were born in 1971 yourself? I thought that was a nice compliment. But this is the one problem that I have with the Neolife nutritional supplements. They've kept me young. But in addition to that, they've given me this happy retirement. I'm retired, but I'm not tired. I'm happily working. I'm happily running my life, playing around with young people. There is actually nothing better than that when you're retired and able to just carry on with life and not just sit around and wait to die. I'm not a burden to my kids. My kids are not scared of calling me to speak to me or coming to visit or whatever, because they know that I am independent, that I can take care of myself. And on the health side, they've actually, my kids have tried once to buy me insurance, me and my wife, to buy us insurance, which they did. But for a whole year, we didn't use the insurance. So, but we renewed it again. And then the next year we didn't use it. So we say, this is crazy to keep renewing an insurance that you don't use. So now we're not renewing an insurance, but we renew our Neolife insurance, which is the supplements. We use omega here, TNN there, carotenoid over there. So those supplements keep us healthy and keep us going. The income really has been a great help. And when we became world team, when we went to the people, into the group of people that performed well and well enough to become travelers of the world with Neolife, we started traveling with the company. And this has been since, I think, 2007. It's quite a while. It was 2006 that BP said I was too old. And since 2007, we became world team and we've been traveling with the company. And it's great fun to just be able to go away and chill with young people for a few days every year, and to exchange ideas with these young blood, and to just challenge them while they challenge us. I think it's great fun. Now, you could be a young person invited to this meeting today to look at a business opportunity, and you might think that this is probably a business for sick people or a business for old people. No, it's not. This business is for everyone. Whether you're young, you're old, 18 or 81, as they say, you can do this. The thing is, Pascal has already mentioned that job security in my era, we used to come out of school and there was a job already there for you. You just go into the job and do it. And there used to be a job for life. I can tell you that, a job for life. But of course, at the end of the day, you didn't have much saving. You didn't have, you actually struggled through your life. At the end of the day, you didn't have much to show for it. So that situation has not changed. The jobs, the only change is that the jobs are no longer there these days. There is no guarantee for a job when you leave school. In fact, you could be guaranteed that there is no job. So this business is like a godsend for young people to come and find something to do, something to earn money, something to have fun, something to keep that community, that group together, so that it carries on just like you were in school, or in college. So it's a good thing for young people to take up this kind of thing. If a friend of yours has invited you to this presentation today, and you're a young person, I think you should thank that friend and take it up and carry on and start your own business. I wish I'd heard about it when I was young and started it younger. But if you're older, it doesn't matter. You're not late. If you're young, you're not too early. Start it. Even if you're still at college, you can start this. And you will, by the time you graduate and you're finished with college, you will have a business that's not taking too much of your time, because the nice thing about this business is that you don't do it by yourself. You do it together. And what I like about it is the fact that you can sit here in Dar es Salaam, and when the printout for your money comes at the end of the month, you get some money from the UK, you get some money from the US. I live in Dar es Salaam. You get some money from Kenya, from South Africa. You get some money from everywhere where your team is. And it's great fun, to just look at that statement and see all the different currencies coming in. And the fun thing is that you don't need to know anybody in all these countries. You just know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and that somebody knows somebody in a different country. And that's how it grows. So I will encourage you, if you've been invited to this meeting today and you're on the fence, I hope you can learn from what has been presented, that it's a good thing to start. You, as a young person, you should dig your well before you get thirsty. And this is the time to dig your well, because the government, the education, just won't work for you very much. But this business can work for you, whether you're young, old, or middle-aged, even disabled. You can do this business. Pascal, I think I'll end it at that point. Thank you very much for inviting me, and I'll be delighted to come back some other time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Juma, for your wonderful story. You know, I can attest to what Mr. Juma has said about his age. He sent me a photo a few days ago, and when I looked at it, I asked him, he looked 40, and he made some really exciting comments. Thank you so much for your wonderful story. Those of you who are guests, get back to the person who invited you and get more information how to get started in this wonderful business. Just to get back to our presentation, one of the things that is important about this business is traveling. Mr. Juma mentioned to you about traveling in different locations: Victoria Falls, Dubai, Hong Kong, Mauritius, Cape Town. If you really want to get traveling in this business, take it seriously, and you can fly anywhere where the company will take you. The other thing we have in our business is leadership training. Because this business, if you really want top dollar, if you really want to earn a considerable amount of money, you need to become a leader. In every region, we have leadership school. In East Africa, the last one was held in Mombasa. In Southern Africa, the last one was held in Pretoria. There's a place called Irene, just outside Pretoria. In West Africa, we have several because the number of distributors there are much, much more. So leadership school teaches you how to become a leader in this business. How do you get started? You need some initial investment. The person who invited you will give you an application form once you filled it. If you're in Botswana, you need between 750 and 1,500 pula. In South Africa, 950 to 2930. These are different combos for the business. In Kenya, 9,500, 9,007 or 12,000 Kenya shillings. In Nigeria, 68,000 naira or 100,000 naira. In Tanzania, 172 or 226,000 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda, 250,000 or 290,000 Uganda shillings. In the USA, 75 US dollars. In Togo, 47,000 or 65,000 francs CFA. In Italy, 64 euros. In Ghana, 900 or 1460 Ghanaian cedis. In Cameroon is 61,000 or 76,000 francs CFA. In Namibia is 1,010 Namibian dollars or 2,120 Namibian dollars. So it depends on which region you're in. Of course, you see that not all the 50 countries are covered here because of space, but get back to the person who invited you. They'll give you more information on how to set the business in different locations. A very important thing about this business, you need to take charge of your life. Your sponsor will hold your hand and guide you, but the hard work has to be done by you. You have flexible schedules. You can start this business. You don't need to quit your job. You can just spare 1 to 2 hours a day or 5 to 8 hours during the weekend to build the business. You work from home. You don't need an office to build this business. You save money. If you're a distributor, you buy the product at a discount of about 18%. Residual income. Residual income means that the money you earn today is the effort you put 2, 3, 4, 8 years ago. So Betty and I are earning money that we put 20 or 25 years ago in the business. Quality time with the family. This business brings families together because you work as a team. Financial freedom. Financial freedom simply means that when your salary is late, you don't panic. You be your own boss. When you start this business, make the business your boss. If you do that, you're going to be successful. International travel in different locations, education for your children, personal development. It simply means every day is an opportunity to learn more about the business, about yourself, about how to be a leader. And that's what we do in our business. So if you're a guest, get back to the person who invited you. They will show you what to do. They'll give you a form to fill. They will guide you. They will tell you how to get started, and just follow their guidelines. Follow what they know something that you don't know. And this business, if you're a good listener, if you accept to learn about the business, nothing will stop you from becoming successful. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you very much for spending your evening with us. Mr. Juma, really appreciate your wonderful story. It's really a story worth listening to again. This business, you can't say who will do and succeed in the business. Anybody can become successful. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Good night and God bless.